And here we go. I have a new tip for everybody that's trying to figure it out. I just check it. How to take advantage of a Apple Watch and iPhone for taking videos like this because I was struggling in setting up the video and the whole screen. And for this video in the new year of 2025, I decided that's good to make a little bit of a adjustments. So one of these is that I'm standing up and I feel more natural in this position. So I think the videos will be better, much better. And also I was somehow thinking about the quality of my videos and why am I taking them and what's the value in them for me or for you. And I realized that it is as everything, it is practice, and also it's about the consistency. And as I in the past I was very tired, let's say. I was exhausted. My motivation to do anything was very low because of my energy levels were low as well. And I took my time. I realized that this activity is, makes sense even in the new year, and I want to stick with it. I went through my journals. I think the oldest data for me was from the year 2017, and throughout the years I was trying uh, to collect data, my mental space, what I was going through, and I realized that I was for many years and even years before I decided to write a journal. I was always in my head and very, very deep. And I was against myself, always. Period. The biggest enemy in my life is, unfortunately, myself. And as I realized it, I decided to be a friend for myself and hopefully the best friend so that I will avoid any, big downs. I just want to, ups, and I want to avoid my past mistakes because as we go through life, we are forgetting a lot. We are, you know, especially in the early 20s, late teens, early 20s, there is a lot of going on, as you must finish your school, you must figure out what to do after high school if you're skipping the college as myself, and probably you're getting into first relationships so that you're trying to figure out who you are and what you are made of, what you need, what you can bring to the table. And as everything, you need time, you need clear mind, and probably no head in your, you know, no head in their early 20s is, the mental space is very little. You must deal with this situation, you must figure out a lot of things. So one of the habits that I can recommend you is journaling, just for your future self. You can go through it, you can realize how small your problems were, or how did you evolve, how did you learn how to deal with, you know every type of the situation you can be in front of. You're facing different challenges if you're going through when you're going through life, and you forget how hard was something in the past that you're able to do at the moment as nothing. And just the little reminder is priceless. I was reading some of it last night, and I was speechless, and I was so grateful that I made the time and effort to write anything down that was on my mind, because at the moment, you're still facing some adversity, some challenges, but they are different and probably more complex, more difficult, or just different. and and probably you're when you're older, you are capable of dealing with more difficult shit. Hopefully. And hopefully you realized your past mistakes and the behavior that was not serving you well, and you can prepare yourself for a new challenges, and elevate, be better. Hopefully. And I am on my path, getting better, and I realized that thankfully I'm on a much better path and facing a better direction than ever before. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to myself, because a lot of these adversities at the past was only on me to deal with them, and I have much more to deal with. But in my opinion, I dealt with the basic stuff you must figure out to be able to take the next steps. And at the moment, I think that only 3 videos, except these 2 videos in the future, from my goal of making 21 episodes of whatever podcast this is, or the monologue cast, so that I'm very, very close to achieve my goal. And hopefully I'll set a new one. and it fills me with pride and the sense of inner accomplishment of something that I decided from whatever reason. I that this activity was something that lingered in my mind for a very long time. But I felt that I have nothing to share, to 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 be able to talk about anything. I felt that I lived a shallow life and I've been doing nothing, and I need to do something to be able to speak to the camera and put it on YouTube. But I decided that it's not about these things. I realized that it's only about your inner courage and that you don't give a fuck what anybody on the opposite side of the screen or the camera is thinking about you. And you will be, these data that you're collecting when you're going through life, they're so precious. You cannot even realize how the stupid video that you're taking at the moment will be precious for your future self when you're 1 year older, 5, 10, 15 years old, like years older, so that you can witness your progress, you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. And even that, there is not a possibility from reading out the journal. it it gives you the sense, and it reminds you your older self when you were writing those sentences. But when you hear yourself, you can see yourself, it's a different game. And I always like to remind myself the scene from an Avatar movie and those video logs that he was taking when he's experiencing the journey of adapting himself to the avatar body. And I just I it snapped. It felt like, you know you should be doing this as well. There is the same precious data that you're you can collect. And it, it it's never been a better time for doing this in this internet data camera all over the world, in your packet, in your pocket. This is the time. And as I'm closing this video, I can only encourage you to do the same. See you in the next video.